Welcome back everyone, and we now have something very special for you all. Even though the AWS DeepRacer Student League only launched in 2022, the AWS DeepRacer League has been running since 2018, and there have been many races competing for the top prizes across the past years. In this section, we have brought together some of the top races from the AWS DeepRacer Pro League to give you some pro tips about how you can approach the league competition and training your models. But enough from me, over to the pros.
Hi all, I'm Ross Williams. My racer alias is RossComp1, and last year at the DeepRacer Championships, I took third place. As far as formulating a reward function, a few pieces of advice. One being, the more vague your reward function is, the longer it's going to take to train. That's not always a bad thing, but it could just take a very long time. If you want to train faster, your reward function has to be more specific. Another thing is that small changes can have big impacts. So don't try to change too many things at once to see what's different. Try small incremental changes and then training again to see what's different. This will help you out on the long run. I hope this helps. Good luck with the races, and I hope to see you guys in the Pro League.
Hi everyone, my name is Henry, but you may know me as Hugh Tagron from the DeepRacer League. Last year, I finished 7th at the reInvent finale. Here are my tips to help improve your reward function. First of all, be careful when modifying your reward function. Drastic changes can introduce instability into the model. Secondly, sometimes a more straightforward reward function can be better. If the reward function is too complicated, the model may get confused about what it's being rewarded for. Finally, be careful when balancing factors in the reward function. If you weigh in something like speed too heavily, it may cause the model to go very fast, but right off the track into the distance. One last thing to consider is a consistent naming scheme. You don't want to look back in 3 months' time and have no idea what a model is for or how much training it has had. Good luck!
Hello, my name is James Jennings and I go by the racer alias of JJ. My advice to you on reward functions is to select something that's based on progress. The one downside to that is it can take a little while longer to train than other methods, so you may also want to consider doing something like pointing the steering at a point on the centre line a few waypoints down the track. Good luck with your racing and see you in the Pro League soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Roberto Nubo, Robert for the other racers, and I'm from Zaragoza, Spain, a city between Barcelona and Madrid for those who love football, and I'm here to share with you a pro tip for the new joiners, and when they asked me about it I didn't think twice. I started in the DeepRacer League in 2020 with no knowledge on deep learning or even DeepRacer at all, and all was new for me, so I was the one that was deep learning for a couple of months. This got me then to the finals thanks to the Accenture wildcard, got knocked off on the first round, but they sent me this one for winning that championship. Last year was the same for me, but this time I managed to get first on the September qualifying round, but still knocked off on the first round. It was better, but I still have some things to do to get faster and also got a new prize. For me, the best pro tip for you is to make things simple. This is a long journey if you want to go fast and be always on track. When I started racing, I was looking for some reward functions that control the traction, the braking speed, how to make the optimal turn, but they were so complex that my model couldn't converge at all. Simple things always got me further and faster than complex things. If you want to try complex things, it's better to optimize them first, making them easier for the model to understand, and then make little changes to see what happens on the learning process. And the another important thing, observe and analyze. I'm sure you will enjoy this adventure. I learned a lot of things about deep learning, AWS, Python for the reward functions, or even Selenium to try to auto-submit my model for the qualifying race. So I'm sure you will also learn a lot from this. See you on the leaderboards and have fun. Bye!
Hi, my name is Roger Rabbit, and I have been an AWS DeepRacer finalist for the past 2 years in the Pro Division at reInvent. I also hold the world record, I believe, for the 2018 virtual track at 6.268 seconds. Also at reInvent in Vegas this last year, they had on the 2019 physical track, I placed first for the entire week with the physical races. I wanted to talk to you about your reward function. I like to think of the reward function as the same way I want to treat my child. I have a son, and I like to reward him often. You should like rewarding your function often. Rewarding good behavior and punishing bad behavior. It sounds so simple, right? You're gonna try to balance what you're trying to get it to do and what you're gonna try to get it to not do. Well, get it doing as much as you can of the good stuff with reward, and that reward should be constant and forever. Punishments should be temporary and minimal. So what do I mean by that? Let's say, for instance, you're trying to cut a corner and you can't get the model to cut the corner. It's going too wide. Well, you might be able to, one approach might be able to use waypoints. When you get near those waypoints, if you're to the right of the center line, punish the behavior. That way, when it starts to cut the corner, that part of your code will become obsolete. So keep it positive, reward often, punish very seldomly, and only for a temporary amount of time.
Hi, my name is Lars, or Duckworth. Today I will talk to you about the reward function. In DeepRacer, you reward the car for the action taken in each step, 15 times a second. But it does not stop there. To give the car forward-looking abilities, the model is set up to maximize not the single step reward, but the sum of all future rewards, discounted with a discount rate. A high discount rate, think 0.999, means that almost all future reward counts. A small discount rate, think 0.9 or below, means that only the next few steps will really count. Back in our world, a single lap in DeepRacer can take between 10 and 30 seconds to complete. Imagine you complete a lap in 10 seconds. That is 150 steps, 150 chances to give the reward. In DeepRacer Student, the discount rate is fixed at 0.999. It means that all steps really make a difference. The reward given 150 steps from now still counts with as much as 86%. What happens if you drive slowly? Say a lap takes 20 seconds instead of 10. That's 300 steps. Step number 300 counts as much as 74%. That is significant. And as a result, the car might be inclined to take the slow route to get a higher reward in total. To simplify a bit, look at the total reward you get for a lap. As a rule of thumb, the fast laps must get a higher reward than the slow laps. Have a look in the logs to see how your model fares. Happy racing!
My name is Jochem Luchtenburg. I'm a data engineer at Relive Running and Cycling. I've been racing in the Pro League for the entire existence of the league. I've made it to the finals for all years that DeepRacer has been there so far. And my tip to pro racers would be to make use of classes, Python classes, in your reward function. So what you can do is you can wrap your reward function into a class, which will enable you to make use of information from the previous steps. So for example, you can store your previous speed and compare that to your current speed, and then reward based on changes to that. So for example, if you want to be faster on a certain segment of the track, then you can store your previous speeds and compare that to the current speed the agent takes. And this will enable you to program a much wider variety in reward function behavior.
Hello, my name is Andy Maluzzi. You might know me as AJM Model 1 on AWS DeepRacer. I'm a senior ride controls engineer at Walt Disney Imagineering, and I've been racing in DeepRacer now for a couple of years. It started off at work and been learning and experimenting, trying to master some skills. Last year I was able to make it into the finals through the wildcard race, but I raced in almost every month's final race as well. Through that racing, I had a lot of experimentation and learning, and if I had to give you one tip, the biggest one is look at your logs. Look at what's being processed and what decisions your racer is making, and look and see, are you processing the right parts of the image? Are you making the right decisions with that information? And how does that translate onto the track? Looking at the logs, you can never get enough data from them. It is a treasure trove of information that I recommend you dig into. So good luck and have fun this season.
We hope that you enjoyed hearing from some of our top Pro League racers, and it has given you ideas and inspiration about how you might train and improve your own models. On behalf of everyone here at AWS DeepRacer, we wish you the best of luck and see you on the track.